Hey friends, welcome back to the Castro Valley News live show. My name is Roberto, and this is the live talk show that we do every Tuesday and Saturday night at 7 p.m. Let's jump right into the roll call. Good evening to Mary. Hope you're doing well. Good evening, Michael. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Welcome back, Michael. Good evening to Aaron. Good evening to you as well. Good evening to Maggie. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for There you go. Buenas noches to you as well. Hey, I got a co-host here. Can you guys? There he goes. There he is. There's the co-host. It is in His Majesty. That is my co-host, my right paw man, Hank. Good boy. Hope everyone is doing well. Hey, good evening to Don. Good evening to Paulette as well. Paulette just jumps right into the show and throws 200 stars our way. Thank you so much. Bob's good evening, Bob. Bob says this is a fortnight to CVN 100, and Maggie is tagging tons of people. Dennis, good evening to you. Thank you for the 100 stars. And I want to recognize Dennis for sending stars 4 weeks in a row. And I also want to recognize Paulette for sending stars 3 weeks in a row. If you're not familiar with what stars are, there's a little clicky thing here. I don't think that's the technical term. There's a little clicky thing here where you can send stars. Stars are a monetary way that you can support. Good evening, Barbara. We're starting off with the roll call. And Barbara just sent 500 stars. And wow, Barbara has sent stars 7 weeks in a row. And Barbara has the applause thing, the applause icon. I didn't finish giving you the details with stars. There's a little clicky icon thing here that you can send us stars, which is a monetary way that you can support people on Facebook during their live streams. And let me give you some of the info for stars. 45 stars, 99 cents. 530 stars, $9.99. Tiffany, thank you for the 100 stars 5 weeks in a row. I appreciate that. You are awesome, Tiffany. Dawn and Maggie are tagging tons and tons of people. This is awesome. You guys are great. So if you wanted to send some stars, Meta, Facebook, whatever they are this week, they are doubling stars. Whatever you donate, Meta, Facebook doubles that. And the lowdown on stars, 1 cent goes to Meta, Facebook. The rest goes to us. There you go. Our moderator just shared the some information for the stars. Michael says something cool to tell me and the Castor Valley friends as well. Lay it on us, Michael. Go for it. Post it in the comments, and I will share it. Let me try to catch up with all the folks that Don and Maggie are tagging. Whoa, Maggie is tagging everyone. Maggie has tagged the Real Estate Girls with Curls. I love that name. Maggie has tagged Jack, Tim, Awa, Margaret, Simon, Sanah. Our moderator says the camera is looking good. Yes, it is. This camera is awesome. Donna's tagging Richard. Maggie is tagging Juan. Don is tagging Jim. Maggie is tagging Ashley. Don is tagging Rob. Maggie is tagging Brian. Don is tagging Jennifer. Maggie is tagging Vina. Maggie is also tagged Angelica, Angel, Luis. And there you go. Sanath said, thank you for the tag. Good evening. Good evening to Cali Life. Cali Life is in the house. I hope you're doing well. Maggie just tagged Olga. I'm just checking on this handsome dude behind me. I don't know if you guys can you see him? Hank. There you are. You guys see this guy? You see this? You see this big hunk of brown handsomeness behind me? Since I mentioned, good evening to you, Gene. Maggie is tagging Sung. Janella is tagging Micaiah. Since I just Michael says he has a girlfriend lives in San Jose that came to see the Christmas Village this year. Her name is Rhiannon. Well, Michael, isn't Rhiannon the lucky lady to have a boyfriend like you? Michael, you're awesome. I miss the snot out of you. Sorry, that was a crude way of saying that, but Michael, you're an awesome guy, and I'm glad someone has found a wonderful dude like you. You are awesome, Michael. Micaiah sent 100, or is it Micaiah? Micaiah. It's Micaiah. Sorry, I do this every time. Micaiah just sent 100 stars. I give you the lowdown when it comes to the stars. You hit the little click the star icon thing right here, and you can send stars, which is a monetary way to support Castro Valley News during the live shows. And Micaiah, your 100 stars turns to 200 thanks to the doubling of all of our stars, thanks to Meta. And Micaiah has sent stars 2 weeks in a row. Maggie just sent 1,000 stars, and Maggie has sent stars 8 weeks in a row. I think Maggie deserves some stars as well. Thank you so much for all you do for the show, Maggie. You are awesome. Yeah. I wanted to since I just introduced my right paw guy back there. Janella, thank you so much. Just sent 200 stars. Don says he's ready for some shenanigans. Yes. Janella has sent stars 3 weeks in a row. Thank you so much, Janella. You are awesome. And your 200 stars turns into 400 stars. There's a little clicky icon right here if you would like to send stars. It's something that Meta has set up for people on their platform that do live streams. It's super cool. It's awesome. So if you would like to send some stars, like I said, it's a monetary way that you can support live stream producers, content producers here on Facebook. It's awesome. And you guys are awesome because every week it's like Bob said, it's a star-a-thon. And like I went through the folks who are sending stars, it seems like it's a group of the same awesome, amazing, remarkable people who are sending stars every week. I'm humbled. I'm honored that you guys like the show enough to send stars. It's awesome, and I'm not just whistling Dixie. I really I love the show. I'm stammering because I'm trying to say this eloquently. I love the show for a lot of reasons. I think the main reason is the fact that I get to interact with you guys and get to see old friends like Richard and other old friends. I mean, like I'm sorry, not like Richard, like Michael. And I get to interact with current friends like Don in a different way. Through the show here, and it's awesome because we get to talk about things that are on our mind, and it's a social thing for a lot of us. So yes, I love the show. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm truly I'm honored that you guys like the show, and it's cool. It's fun. So mentioning my buddy Hank here. I wanted to, something just kind of came to mind if we're talking about pets and dogs. Hank is a shelter dog. He came from Berkeley Animal Shelter over 10 years ago, long time ago. And at that time, I'm telling you guys, at that time, every shelter was just packed to the rafters with pit bulls. And it was difficult to choose just one. I didn't make the choice. Hank was my ex's dog, and I got good evening, Richard. Hope you're doing well. Hank belonged to my ex, and I got super lucky, and I got custody when that relationship ended. Shelter dogs are awesome, and there's among people who own shelter dogs, there's this saying that, yes, Don says Richard is in the house. Welcome to the show, Richard. Don, I love you. Thank you so much for coming back. and and making this show even more awesome. Good evening to Rob. Rob is in the house as well. Yeah, shelter dogs. There's if you have a shelter dog, you probably know this already. It seems like, and maybe it's just our own little, our own not little, our own perception, our own feeling or emotion that we get from shelter dogs. It seems like they know that we saved them, and there's so much more love and affection. Thank you, Richard. Richard just sent 222 stars. And Richard has sent stars 2 weeks in a row. And I'll give you the information right here. Did you see that? Did you see that big whip, that middle big hand whip right there? Ah, there you go. The big hand whip right there. So check out, if you would like to support stars, support Castro Valley News as well, you can send us stars. There's a little click here icon. There you go. So yes, Jamie says they are grateful. When we got Hank, we got Hank. I was there. I didn't pick Hank, but I'm glad the person who picked Hank because he is something else. Anybody who meets Hank knows he's just one big block-headed heart. He's a delicate flower. He brings so much joy and love to my life. It's ridiculous. He's my best friend. People let me tell you about my best friend. If you're looking for a dog or if you're looking for a companion, if you've had a pet before, please consider shelters first. I know there's a lot of people who want a purebred or want a certain dog that is a purchase only dog. There's certain breeds that you just simply do not see at shelters. I think the Boston Terriers, I think that's the breed of the dog that young lady had in San Francisco that was stolen recently. Super popular dog. Obviously, if someone is going to steal the dog at gunpoint, shelter dogs are awesome. They need love. They need you to consider them first if you're looking to add a pet to your family or to your household. It was what I wish I could say it was the best choice I ever made. I can say among the best choices I ever made was Don says he loves sourdough bread. Oh, I think we're talking about football. Yes, Bob says French bulldogs. There you go. Good evening, Gary. Welcome back to the show, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe. I just went off on a tangent about shelter dogs. They are they're the best. They're the best. In addition to Hank, I've met a lot of other shelter dogs, a lot of other people who have shelter dogs. They are of the same mind as I am, that they somehow know that you saved them. And good evening, Ross. Hope you're doing well, sir. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. How about that sunset today? Wow. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We are so lucky to have some sunny weather, and it's not anyways, why are we talking about the weather? Anyways, guys, I am Roberto. This is the Castor Valley News live show. We do this every Tuesday and Saturday at 7 p.m. We are kind of knee deep in the roll call. I will definitely get to the Midway giveaway on time, and I want to let you know we have super cool gift card tonight. This is a legit gift card. I love when businesses have gift cards that are actual plastic pieces as well. I do also love the local gift cards that are the paper persuasion. I love those. I love them all. I love buying gift cards from businesses. I am addicted to it because I love supporting local folks. That's a good question from our moderator. Do shelter dogs integrate well with other family dogs? Most of the shelters that we went to and when we got Hank, and I was at quite a few of those appointments. Aaron is pumped for the Midway giveaway. Right on, Aaron. I sent your gift card. It was another plastic gift card to Eden Bicycles just the other day, and I did include one of these handsome fellows, the Save Del Cafe stickers. I sent you a couple of those as well. We'll get to those later in the show. But getting back to the question from our moderator in regards to shelter dogs integrating well with other family dogs, when we went to get Hank, when we visited other dogs, one of the questions that they ask is if you have other dogs already, they request that you bring your existing dog to visit the shelter dog to see how they get together, and how they work with each other. To answer your question in a shorter fashion, Hank ended up in a home, in our house over in Berkeley, and there was a non-shelter dog. It was a little Yorkie who was purchased. This Yorkie was purchased by another roommate. If I look sassy and salty when it comes to people purchasing dogs, it just leads back to the feeling that I have. You don't have to feel the same way about dogs. But I feel, granted, the chances of finding a Yorkie at a shelter is super, super slim. But getting down to the nitty gritty of the answer to your question, from our wonderful, wise and learned, handsome handsome moderator. Yes, Hank and the Yorkie got together very well. I ended up being the alpha for Hank early. I he just when we got Hank, we were kind of like chalk and cheese. That's kind of a British thing that I love to say. You know what? Can we make chalk and cheese be not the word of the night, but it can be the saying of the night? It doesn't matter. But Hank definitely got along with that Yorkie, and vice versa. Which was weird was this little Yorkie would end up bullying, no pun intended, because Hank is a pit bull. He was the boss. He was the shot caller of the house, and all of the toys that we bought for Hank, that little Yorkie stole those toys from Hank. Literally, if Hank would had a ball in his hand, this little Yorkie would go yank out of there. And hey, G Wait, good evening to the show. This is their first live stream. He or she is asking, how's everyone doing? We are doing great, G-Wait. I hope you're doing well. Also, welcome to the show. It's super, super cool to see new people join the show, and welcome to the show. Maggie said she had a Yorkie. She died last year. They are fun little dogs. They are all about action. They are what I would categorize them as. Oh man, our moderator just found the meaning of chalk and cheese. Yes, Hank and I were chalk and cheese when we first got him. I was not fond of Hank. He had a personality that did not. I thought he was nuts. He did this thing when my ex. Hank and my ex were just attached. Like glue. They were peanut butter and jelly, not chalk and cheese. They were glued together. And when my ex would leave the room, Hank would get in my face and go, He would grunt. And it's something that he still does to this day. It's his dog speak of, I want something. So the first time my ex left the room for a shower, and she was gone for a minute, Hank was in my face, literally like this. He wanted his mama back. And it kind of weirded me out. Don says all his exes live in Texas. ZZ Top are from Texas. So there you go, since you mentioned Texas. And Don owns One Bad Apple Records. I figured I would throw a music reference out there. Anyways, guys, if you're looking for a dog, grab yourself a shelter dog. I would recommend it to anyone looking for a dog at this point. And yes, Hank definitely got along well with that little Yorkie. That was not a shelter dog. It was Came from a breeder, I believe. I don't remember how much it cost, but I think it was something kind of ridiculous. But some dogs, some people, they want that purebred or whatever type of dog, and they shell out that amount of money. I think. Ooh, I almost yanked the microphone down. That would have not been cool. I think the adoption for Hank was 125 at the time, and I didn't pay it. I would pay it. I would gladly pay it at this time. At this point in time, Hank is worth every penny. Michael is doing some bragging there. He said he's going to bet all his friends tonight in the giveaway. All right, Mike, you got to go for it. We're almost at the good evening, Angelica. Welcome to the show. Paulette says her shelter dog is the best. Love their grace. Yes, shelter dogs are amazing. What is super cool? I'll just share one more thing about shelter dogs right now. Is there's a park over in there's two parks actually. There's two amazing and super cool. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments here. Hey, good evening, Fariba. I hope I pronounced your name correctly, Fariba. If I pronounced it incorrect, please correct me, but welcome to the show. I don't think I've seen you on the show before. Welcome to the show. There's two people who are joining the show tonight who I've not seen before. That is awesome. Last thing I wanted to mention about shelter dogs is there's two parks, big dog parks. There's the Albany Bulb and there's the Point Isabel. Whenever I bring Hank over there, I see some of the volunteers. Good evening, Matella. Welcome to the show. I hope you're doing well, Matella. Happy holidays, happy New Year. Hope you and your family are doing well. Don says his shelter dog bites me. I still love him. Good man. So the last thing is whenever we go to the park and the foster folks who fostered Hank, they see him, they immediately recognize him. Still to this day, it's been over 10 years. It's awesome. A tip of the cap to all of the volunteers and people who help with the shelters. And Mary, you are awesome. She has a shelter pity. He is the best. You know what? And also with pit bulls, any dog in general, you get out of the dog what you put into him. And since day one, I've except for like the first week when I was wary of Hank, just based on that grunting, it kind of scared me. The truth of the matter is you get out of a dog what you put into him. And if you put good food into him, you're gonna get a healthy dog. But outside of that, if you invest love and affection and attention and positive reinforcement, you're gonna get that back. If you have a pit bull and you leave it outside, chained to a post, and if you want to have your dog be tough or a fighting dog, that dog's probably gonna attack you. So or attack someone else, unfortunately. So I'll hop off my soapbox when it comes to pit bulls and that situation. Also, oh no, Matella says, pray for my sanity. My 4 and 13-year-old are positive for COVID-19. 4-year-old is having a hard time. Matella, my thoughts and prayers go out to you. Oh, there you go. East Bay, our moderator just found East Bay SPCA, Adopt a Pet, Dogs and Cats, available at Oakland or Dublin. We got Hank from the Berkeley Animal Shelter. Great people, awesome people. I would still see those ladies who fostered Hank, and they would give me a hug because they remembered me. Wait, I am sorry for the loss of your doggo. She was 21. a labradoodle. I think that's what you mentioned. 21 years old. That's a life, man. G wait, sorry, I don't know. I don't know if you're gender specific. I can't tell. But G wait, I'm glad you got 21 years with your dog. Hank, I think he's at 11 or 12. I hope I get 21 years with him, because I sure love this fuzzy blockhead. He's awesome. He's amazing. Anyone who has met Hank, he leaves an indelible mark upon them. He's just a sweetheart. And yes, Mary's mentioning to Matella, hope your children recover quickly. I do too. It's yeah, there's a lot of cases. There's school districts are closing. It doesn't look like Castor Valley Unified is going to follow suit, but you can look. I'll ask our moderator to find the COVID-19 dashboard. Okay, there you go. G Wait is a male and all to the good. Thank you, G Wait. Thank you, and thank you for sharing. Again, I'm glad that you got 21 years with your dog. I love my dog. I don't want to think about a day without him, but I know it's going to happen at some point. But I'm going to give him as much love until that day as I can. And Don said he met Hank and he loves him. When did you meet Hank, Don? I know I'm not doubting you, but I'm just trying to remember when that happened. Was it when we were at Fall Festival? Oh, no, 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 that's right. You came here yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Don came by and got some records from here. That's when he met Hank. There you go. And our moderator just posted up the Castro Valley Unified School District COVID dashboard. That'll give you, yes, Don, you are correct, sir. That gives you all the ins and outs and all the information when it comes to the positive cases here in the Castro Valley Unified School District. Hey guys, I cruised and blathered my way to the Midway Giveaway. That's amazing and cool. It's super cool. And again, there are about 7 things on the list tonight. And I'm gonna not end the show until I have expired the list. I think I owe you guys that much. Yes, there you go. Moderator just mentioned it's the highest district total ever this month, and there you go. Check out the link to the Castor Valley Unified School District positive dashboard. You can see what's going on with positive cases in the school district. I admire the school district for having that there and being transparent with the cases that are happening. G Wait says 2 of his sons caught COVID-19 as well, and only one had mild symptoms. Thank God. So Matella, I understand they went through this, and it sounds like a lot of the cases are different for people, and maybe it might have to do with their immune system or the age. But prayers to anyone who has COVID-19 at this point. Yes, Midway Giveaway. $20 to Golfland. Whoa, annoying focus. Sorry. So you can actually use this fun card. You can use it in the arcade if you don't want to go and play mini golf. You can also use it to play mini golf. $20, I think, could get you 2 games, I believe, if you have a small group. Without further ado, I will give you the rules when it comes to the Midway Giveaway. The first person to text the correct answer to 510-331-9112 wins $20 to Golfland. And when I went to Golfland, I asked the young man who was working the booth, I said, you guys doing well? They said yes. There are people going to play Golfland, people being safe. Golfland is as fun as I remember it being. It's a blast. So kudos to the person who wins the $20 gift card to Golfland. Again, you can type in your answer. That works fine, but you are not in the running eligible for the $20 gift card. Yes, our moderator just posted Maggie says she wants to play Tired of Being Home. Yes, and our moderator just said, be sure to text in your answers to 510-331-9112. Only texted answers are eligible to win. One more time, 510-331-9112, and you could win the gift card. This week's Midway Giveaway question is, what Castor Valley business that used to sell the kitchen sink now sells the bathtub? First correct answer, texting 510-331-9112 wins. 510-331-9112. What Castro Valley business that used to sell the kitchen sink now sells the bathtub? 510-331-9112. Oh, Aaron wins again. Congratulations, Aaron. The correct answer is the ice creamery. And the kitchen sink used to be this big thing that they would stuff all sorts of ice cream in. It is now the bathtub. Oh, someone gets Pete's Hardware. Don was close. So, Aaron, I will send your card out, and I need to step up my game. I want to stump Aaron next week. Someone else got it correct, Newton's Ice Creamery, but you did not text in. You didn't beat Aaron. Anyways, so, yes, congratulations, Aaron. We got the Midway off the list. Don, you didn't lose. You're a winner. So I want to mention this super fast. Sam at Del Cafe, yesterday, I think it was, I went and gave him 50 of our Save Del Cafe bumper stickers. You can go there. I'm not sure if he still has some left. They may be gone, but you can go to Del Cafe. You can get some of these snazzy vinyl Save Del Cafe stickers. I'll give you that a little bit closer. Also, in the meantime, camera needs to focus. I still have about 50 of these. So if you want one, you can go ahead and shoot me an email, castorvalleytelevision@gmail.com, and I can give you some of these stickers. I'm going to do something silly with them while I talk about them. Again, there are about, I did give 50 of these to Sam over at, somebody guessed Rick's Kitchen and Bath. I love that. I was hoping to stump people with the subject here. The kitchen sink now sells the bathtub. I was hoping I could have, there you go. Maggie said that she got one. So, I'm assuming, Maggie, that did you get one from Del Cafe, or did I send you one? Because I honestly don't remember. I'm sorry. But long story short, shoot me an email and I will send you one of our snazzy Save Del Cafe stickers. CastorValleyTelevision@gmail.com. Just email me your address. I'll just send you one in the mail. But also, you can go to Del Cafe. I think Sam still has some of them. He may be all out because, okay, there, Maggie says I mailed you one. All right, right on. So yes, Save Del Cafe stickers, CastorValleyTelevision@gmail.com. Shoot me an email with your address. I'll send you one. And Aaron, I sent you a couple earlier this week. So there you go. And if I end up not giving all of these away, I'll just bring more to Sam at Del Cafe and help promote him as well. Bob says Pharrell's had something like the kitchen sink, the zoo. I don't remember. I remember Pharrell's, I think, being Farrell's. It's not Pharrell's. That's the singer. They were at Bayfair, correct? I remember going there 1 or 2 times there. You're welcome, Aaron. Absolutely. Just trying to make sure that I'm not missing any of the comments in the thread or anybody who wants a shout out. We do the roll call throughout the entire episode. So if you're listening and you want a shout out, post a comment and I'll give you a shout out. I'll just mention your first name. I think it's a cool way for us to get to know everyone that's listening. Good evening, Brenda. I hope you're doing well. Bob says Southland. Farrell's was at Southland. I remember an ice cream place being at Bayfair, kind of catty corner to where Target is now. Maybe I've dreamed it. No, I don't. I just can't think of the name. Good evening, Kathy. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Brenda, the answer to the Midway giveaway, I'll give you the question again. And congratulations again to Aaron. Aaron is like the grand master of the Midway giveaway. The question was, what CV business that used to sell the kitchen sink now sells the bathtub? And the answer to that was Knudson's Ice Creamery. Gary says, I have an idea. One of these shows, you should accept the answer to the Midway giveaway in this format for the people who don't do texting, or for the people that have older phones and hard to switch between Facebook and texting. That's a good point. That is a good point. Why don't we do this? In response to Gary's question and request, next Saturday's Midway giveaway will be thread only. So, Aaron, be ready. Be ready. So Saturday's Midway giveaway will be thread only. I'll let you know in advance before we get to the question. So thank you, Gary. It'll let more people be eligible in the running, because I know there were not too many people who messaged the answer in the thread, but that's a great idea, and I will definitely. Oh, okay. So Bob says when I text, I lose the feed. So I agree. Okay. I never knew that happened. Yes. So we did the Midway giveaway. I'm going to go through the list out of order. And I'm going to just do this every episode and give you my mom's critiques of the previous episode. So since we're at Tuesday, my mom's critiques. Hi, Mom. I love you. I'll give you Mom's critiques of Saturday's show. Aaron says he uses another device for texting. If you're on an Apple, what I actually do is I can text through my desktop computer and my cell phone, and they're both merged and they all have the same feed. So that might be a solution for some people. That might do the same for an iPad. Oh, Gary says, wow, thank you so fast. It was just a suggestion. Yes, we lose the feed if we try to text. To be more inclusive, Saturday's Midway will be. Don says he never dreams in color, and he said that a couple times. And I dream in color. Yeah. G-Wait says Android does the same. So that's a cool feature. I never knew that until I got a new computer and it lined up my texts with my cell phone they merged, I guess. They synced. Merge is the wrong word. They synced. So yes, my mom, hi Mom again. Hi again, Mom. Hi Mom again. Out of order completely. Love you, Mom. Hope you're having a good evening. There you go. Paulette says, watch with a friend. Why not have a watch Castro Valley News live party at One Bad Apple? Or maybe you could ask JP's to put the live show on one of their screens. Paulette, that's an amazing idea. Thank you. And thank you for being awesome, Paulette. Thank you for supporting this show so much. I sincerely appreciate that. There you go. Don says yes. Don just said yes. So we need to work with Don to get a viewing party at One Bad Apple. Gary says, is there a close date yet for Del Cafe? I spoke to Sam the other day, and he's just kind of saying end of the month. That may or may not change. Bob says Don dreams in vinyl. There you go. And yes, our moderator mentioned we're considering a new show day on our website using Twitch. Just want to throw that out there that we are thinking of. There you go. Paulette says watch party with Dawn. There you go. So Dawn, you threw it out there. You need to arrange it. You need to mention what days that you will host the watch party at One Bad Apple Records. All you got to do is put a big screen TV in there and bring out some some refreshments and some snacks. Yes, we are considering weighing the options of adding another show night. Night for a show, show for a night. No night for a show. That's the worst poetry I've ever said or heard. We are considering adding another evening to do a show that we would probably be doing on our. Don says he's wearing vinyl pants right now, and Ross says TMI. So yes, there may be another show night added. So we would be doing this show three nights a week. We'll let you know when that might be, when that might happen. But I think it's in the works. I think it's going to probably happen sooner than later. But let me make sure I'm catching everything here on the thread. Okay. So yes, without further blathering or ado, Mom's critiques from Saturday's show. Hi again, Mom. Love you. My mom said it was a great show, but there was no word of the night. And I think I got so wrapped up in some conversation that the word of the night did not happen. So we're blazing back, because I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. We came back. That's a terrible Bon Jovi reference. Sorry. With this show, we had a phrase of the night, which was chalk and cheese, which I love. So thank you, Mom, for your critiques. And yes. One more thing that I wanted to mention that I have actually... Oh, wait. Del Cafe stickers. We mentioned that. I'm just knocking stuff off the list. Let's see. Michael says it should be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights. Gary also said Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I'm going to make a note of the people have spoken that if we do add it, it should be Thursday. So when that happens, I'll let you guys know at least a week in advance. Our moderator just pulled up the lyrics to Bon Jovi's "Wanted Dead or Alive." Thank you. Don's talking about shots, doing shots. So thank you, moderator, for unearthing the Bon Jovi's "Wanted Dead or Alive" lyrics. It just popped in my head that we came back like a wrecking ball. Now that's Miley Cyrus. That came in like a wrecking ball with chalk and cheese. So yeah, our moderator brings up a good question. If we do add another show on, and Maggie says also Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday work. So that's 3 votes for that. Moderator is asking, if we do it Thursday, would you want us to do it the same night, or would daytime be better for you guys? Or would the uniformity of Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m., is that optimal for you guys? Or like our moderator suggested, would during the day be better? Maggie says either. Kathy says night. There you go. Gary says night. So we've got nights. There you go. Everyone's saying nighttime. Everybody likes night. So there you go. So it would be Thursday at 7 p.m. It sounds like. I'm not making it official just yet, guys. But it's sounding like people are really liking Thursday night at 7. Don says, "How about a 4-hour show?" That's a darn fine idea. That's a good idea. Might have to do that sometime. Um, there you go. Ross is everyone's saying night. Cat of Life, thank you. Ross, thank you. Um, it's the local news time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's yeah, I like it. So let's give some percolation time, some cook time on the Thursday show for that to happen. Like I said, I'll let you guys know at least a week in advance, probably on the Tuesday show to advertise the Thursday one. Like I said, just been thinking about it. It's a lot of fun. It seems like people dig it. I have a blast doing it. So why not up it to 3 nights a week? And then why not 4 nights a week? Why not 5 nights a week? At some point, it might end up nightly. I don't know. It's that much fun for me, and it's something that you guys enjoy. So if you guys continue to enjoy it and show up, then I have no other option than to step up my game for you guys. And I'm definitely willing to do that. I want to do that. You guys deserve that. Don says 8 days a week. We're going to add a day. That's a Beatles song. How about a YNT reference, 25 hours a day? Anyways, something that I had observed within the past couple days is, there you go. Bob says, compete with Cron News. There you go. Gary says, I love it any night. I could do it if it was on every night. Gary, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Michael says, do Thursday show for 4 hours. I could probably do that. I could do that. I'm gonna add to the list a 4-hour show. That would be 4 hours and for the week. So there would only be one show, one night. I'm just giving you that caveat. Let's do the secondary. We have a phrase of the night. Can we make caveat the word of the night, just so that we fill kind of that gap there? Caveat is the word of the night. I love that word. I don't know off the top of my head where it's from, but I'm going to look it up later to see if it's French or what. But it's such a fancy pants word, caveat, which is it's kind of a pre-warning in advance of doing something, or it's a prefaced situational. What is the other word? It's a caveat. Anyways, Maggie says 4-hour show with 2 15-minute breaks. Don says change outfits every hour. Ross says anything more than 4 hours will require a doctor. I really like that challenge of doing a 4-hour show. There you go. Our moderator just found the word of the night is caveat. So there you go. There's that. I love the challenge of a 4-hour show. I think I can do it. It would be a marathon. I don't know how many people would stick it through. Would we do 2 giveaways? One at the 2-hour mark. Yeah, we should do a caveat. Gary says caveat is a ship where you eat caviar. That's good. I love that, Gary. Thank you. But no. Oh, I love the 4-hour show thing. That's gonna happen. What if we did? No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to be held to it. Yes, and Bob had mentioned something that is also on the list. The 100th show is going to be on the 25th. I believe that's a Tuesday. Let me double check here, so I'm not speaking out of turn. Yes, the 25th. That's like 2 weeks away. That is the 100th episode. We're at, I think, 95 tonight. Is that where we're at? Yeah, we're at 95 tonight. I didn't mention at the beginning of the show. I should have. But yeah, we're at 95 tonight. Awesome. The 100th episode is going to be on the 25th. It's a Tuesday. You can definitely expect something different, something wild, something wacky. Good evening, Karen. Welcome to the show. You know what, Karen, you're not late for tonight's show. You're early for Saturday's show. There you go. Cali Life says 100th show. Yes. Barbara says, don't do 4 hours on Thursday. I have meetings on second and third Thursdays every month. There you go. I'll make sure that the 400... There you go. Thank you. Paulette says, caveat is Latin. Thank you. That is one of my favorite words, caveat. I love it. Also, let me get to the list because I definitely want to... yes, Donna saying hijinks, shenanigans. Bob says he has done 4-hour talk shows. Be careful what you wish for, and you will need to bring in some guests. Actually, haven't had many guests recently. We haven't had any guests recently. And yes, thinking out loud, 4 hours, I'm going to lose my voice, definitely. Probably at the 2-hour mark, I will have no voice in existence. So yes, but I love the challenge. I think just in general, I think we are better people when we step up our game and we give ourselves challenges, which is the reason why the show jumped up to 2 nights a week, because it's a challenge, because it's been established that people dig the show to do it 1 night a week. It's already established people dig the show to do it 2 nights a week. So step it up, step it up. I love it. Maggie, I don't know if I'm going to do every other Thursday 4 hours, but I definitely would like to do, at some point, I want to do a 4-hour show, or maybe just a 2-hour show and have that be 2 nights a week. What do you guys think about that? Instead of stepping up to 3 nights a week, how about a 2-hour show on Tuesdays and Saturdays like we do now? I don't know. The options are limitless. The sky is the limit. So the last thing, there's quite a few other things that I have on my list here. Something that I have noticed at our local grocery stores that I wanted to share with you, specifically at Safeway. And I love Safeway. I go to Safeway often. I go to Safeway regularly. I'm shopping for my mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. So I'm there a little bit more than often than usual. So everyone seems to dig maybe 2 hours, 2 nights a week. So that might be a good option too. Things to think about. I'm leaning a little bit more towards 3 nights a week. I think, I don't know. Well, let's collectively hive mind this. Everyone seems to like the 2-hour shows will work. People like that. I don't know. I like doing it. I like adding a night because it spreads the week out more. You know, it might bring more people in. So getting back to this number 4 on the list, we kind of did the roll call, but we're still doing the roll call throughout the entire show. I've noticed, and I asked one of the clerks at Safeway, because there's quite a few items that are kind of not full. And I'll give you kind of the lowdown is tater tots. Certain frozen items like tater tots, like burgers, certain frozen items. I'll just leave it at frozen items. Cereal is light. What else did I? Rice. A lot of the bakery items like flour and sugar. There is a supply chain issue. And from what I was told, it seems like things aren't coming all in at once to the stores. They're trickling in. So there's a definite supply chain issue. I don't want to say this to inspire panic shopping, because to be honest with you, I went to Lucky's today, and a lot of the items that Safeway is having issues with, Lucky's has. And this is an ad for Safeway or Lucky's, but Lucky's as well. Some of the items are kind of light. Cereal as well. Cereal at both locations. Good evening, Tammy. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show. Michael's asking which Safeway. That was the one that I saw you at all the time, my friend. So you know which one that is. Yes, it's just an observation that I made that I wanted to share. It was kind of an interesting thing. I don't think it's panic shopping because paper towels and toilet paper fully stocked at both locations. It's definitely, if you've been following the news, there's definitely there's a shortage of truckers. People doing that. There's also so that's the main issue, that things are just trickling in. It's not a cutoff of the supply chain. It's just that things are coming in slower than usual, from what I understand, particularly at Safeway. That yeah, and Gary just mentioned the issue is at the port. There's nobody there to unload or truckers to transport. That's exactly what I was told. And also things are just not coming out of the warehouse fast enough for the reasons that Gary pointed out there. But I just wanted to point that out because it was something that I found curious. And like I said, I asked one of the folks at Safeway and was given that information because some things just aren't making their way to the store. Aaron says if it's coming from overseas, containers are getting held up at ports and shortage of truck drivers and workers. There you go. Bob says if you see a blue tape by items, it means they are getting less than a full order. Don is saying, why no truckers to transport? It's COVID. Truckers are either getting sick or they're not wanting to do that work because of COVID. And by no means, folks, please, I'm not saying this to incite panic buying because there's no reason. Stuff's not being cut off. It's just coming in a little bit slower than usual. A couple weeks ago, the one thing that I'd noticed that was really in short supply was cheese and eggs. Were pretty much really in short supply at that store. By all means, definitely there's other stores for you to check out and shop at. I go to Safeway because it seems like every time I go there, I see people I know. And I love seeing neighbors. And I'm usually, trucking around someplace. Trucking is a word that I use. I'm usually, Don says he loves cheese. I love cheese as well. I'm usually in the village because there's so many businesses in the village to shop. And while I'm on the topic of the village, let's discuss briefly, it's not even on the list, the importance of shopping local. As always, shop local. I love our local merchants. I love getting the gift cards every week because it allows me to touch base with local merchants. It allows me to support local merchants. It allows me to ask them how they're doing. It allows me to see how they're doing. It allows me to not sit at home and it gives me a reason to go out into my community and shop local. So it's totally Barry. Good evening, Barry. Barry says, we love cheese. Welcome to the show, Barry. Michael says, when he gets the Amador County famous Christmas village done, I should do that as a giveaway. Right on, I can do that. Good evening, Meredith. Hope you're doing well, Meredith. You're a wonderful person. You know that already. Meredith, you're amazing. Meredith just sent 50 stars. Her 50 stars turns into 100 thanks to the generosity of Meta, Facebook, whatever they are. They are doubling stars. And I think Meredith has everyone beat because Meredith has sent stars 9 weeks in a row. Meredith, you're awesome. You're amazing. Thank you. Also, yeah, click here, the clicky thing. You can send stars. It's a way that you can support Facebook's live stream produced content producers like me. So there you go. Thank you again, Meredith. I hope to see you soon. Also, there you go. Congratulations, Aaron. He got the Midway giveaway. Yes. 100th show is on the 25th. We mentioned that. We're over. No, we're not. We're not at an hour yet. We're close to an hour. Friendly reminder, folks, neighbors. Tomorrow night at 6 p.m., the Castor Valley Unified School District will consider renaming the high school stadium after longtime coach John Brosnan. I wanted to bring this up again. We discussed this last on Saturday. I wanted to make this part of the list tonight because I wanted to remind you that the meeting starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Kathy, thank you for the 200 stars. You are awesome. And Kathy has sent stars 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to give you the spiel when it comes to stars. If you click right here, you can send stars. It is a cool way that Facebook is allowing people to support live stream content creators, such as Castor Valley News. You can send stars. Meta gets 1 cent per star. We get the rest. 45 stars, 99 cents. 530 stars, $9.99. 3,000 stars, $49.99. I can't say that without the Earl Scheib. I'll paint any car for $49.99. Oh, the commercial. Oh, the silliness. We also have a pledge page. If you are of the mind, like my good friend and gentleman scholar Bob. Bob does not like to use the stars. Bob likes to use the pledge page that we have on our website. So our moderator will find that pledge page and post that up. If you can pledge any amount if you want, it's all good. If you don't want to pledge, I love you just the same. It's all good. I'll still be here 2 nights a week, maybe 3 nights a week in the future. I'll still be doing the show, whether you send stars or not. I don't care. I like doing the show. I like that you guys like the show. Thank you again, Kathy. Thank you to everyone who sent stars. But getting back to tomorrow night, 6 p.m., Castor Valley Unified School District will be considering renaming the Trojan High. Is it Spartan? The Trojan High School Stadium field after longtime coach John Brosnan. Give you some background. Coach Brosnan started teaching physical education at Castor Valley High School in 1963. He retired in 1994. Unfortunately, on September 30th, he died peacefully at his home in San Lorenzo after a short illness. All you got to do, friends, is look at the Castor Valley Unified School District website. Look at their Board of Education. Click down, look at meetings. You'll get the information. It is going to be an online meeting. It's going to be on Zoom, so you don't have to go to a physical location. If that makes you more comfortable, it would for me. And you can participate, or you can just view the meeting where the Castor Valley Unified School District Board considers renaming Trojan Stadium as Coach John Brosnan Stadium. And I've never had Coach Brosnan. I said this during Saturday's show. The overwhelming feedback and sentiment is that Coach Brosnan was an awesome guy. There you go. Barry also agrees he was a great coach. A lot of people say he was a great person, and he mentored a lot of people in a positive way, had a great impact on a lot of people's lives. Go Coach Brosnan. I think it's cool. I think it's going to be awesome for a local hero to be recognized in that way. So tomorrow night's meetings at 6 p.m. Go to Castor Valley Unified School District website. You can find the information. It's right at your fingertips to view the board meeting and hear what happens. Last thing on the list, I have a story from our historian, Lucille Lorge. We're at 1 hour and 4 minutes. As Bob would say, we're going into overtime. I want to take this moment and I want to thank Lucille Lorge for sharing all of her. She sent me a whole bunch of her local historical recollections, her stories. Lucille is our local historian. Lucille has been a wonderful friend of mine for a lot of years, dating back to when I was with the Castro Valley Forum newspaper. Shout out to the Castro Valley Forum newspaper, continuing their tradition of informing the community through print. Randall says, "Party on." Good evening, Randall. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Hope you sending my very best to you, Randall and Donna. So this is the last thing on the list. I want to share with you a recollection from our wonderful historian, Lucille Lorge. This week's installment is Castro Valley in the 1950s. This is by Lucille Lorge. Lucille, you're awesome. Thank you for all that you do and your generosity with your time. So Castor Valley saw many changes during the 1950s. The second largest egg-producing center in the world was slowly exchanging its many chicken farms and brooder houses for housing developments. The war years were over and chickens no longer in demand, so the many hatcheries were seeking new ways to make ends meet. My mother-in-law, Alice Lorge, and I had read about coloring the white, day-old chicks by using warm water and vegetable dye. We did this every Easter for 25 cents each, which helped supplement our income. It worked very well until we tried to sell them to the old Swans Market in Oakland and discovered its manager was also the head of the SPCA. Instead of selling out, we went the way of other hatcheries with Main Street locations and became a pet store. That now is where Connie's Pond and Koi is. So that's where California Hatchery was, that belonged to the Lorge family. New homes brought new schools, and in 1954, Eden Hospital was built on the original Stanton property, which later belonged to Wally Glass, who raised and sold pigeons and gave horseback riding lessons. It had 6 stories and eventually 312 beds. That's the hospital. It remains the largest employer in Castro Valley. I think Eden Hospital, Eden Medical Center, and Castro Valley Unified School District are 2 of the biggest employers. I think Safeway is maybe the 3rd. Those numbers may be different now, but that was my understanding at the time. Castor Valley's very modern shopping center was also completed in 1954. The Castor Village is today a community institution with more than 50 stores, which evolved from a commercial development plan 42 years ago. Robert Nahas, its founder in 1950, says the village started with about 18 stores until the purchase of more properties enlarged it. And I think the village has gone through, 3 or 4 expansions and upgrades. The most recent one being the addition of TJ Maxx and also the gym and Habit Burger. The village's main store was Lewis Market, also Kurt's Cameras, Coon Rats, Lord's Ice Cream, Brothers Drugstore, and a New York style delicatessen. Castro Village was built on once was a large tomato field and chicken ranch, so some stores still had chicken pens in them. That's awesome. And in that list that Lucille refers to in this story, as we all know, Lord's Ice Cream is still open, which is amazing. It's remarkable. Shout out to Lord's Ice Cream. And also, if we're talking history, and I'm not speaking to anything that Lucille doesn't know, Castor Valley's very first library was where Walgreens is now, and it was a brooder house, a chicken brooder house that was donated to Alameda County. And the first librarian was, I think her name was Emmeline Dew. And the very first Alameda County Castor Valley Library was in a chicken brooder house that was in the middle of that tomato field. And when it rained, there were long wooden planks laid along the mud so that folks could make their way to our very first library, roughly located where Walgreens is now in Castor Village. And as we all know now, Castor Village really is one of the main centers of our community, along with Lake Chabot, our new library on Norbridge. We're so fortunate to have so many amazing locales, destinations in our town where folks love to meet and congregate and shop. shop. Shop local, folks. The village is alive and vibrant, testament to the fact that so many people like to shop local. There are, as you already know, there's the chain stores in the village, Walgreens being one of them. Sherry's is a chain as well. But I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you of the mom and pop shops that we have in the village, the independent shops. We have Aaron's Art Studio. There's Eden Bicycles. There's Aroma Cuisine. There's Mel's Shoe Clinic. I'm just gonna go down the walkway. There's Health Unlimited. There's the there's Keller Williams, the real estate office that's over by Mountain Mike's. What else is the bowling alley is locally owned. We're so fortunate to have a bowling alley still in existence in our community that's locally owned. There's also it's the A Woman's Touch Chiropractic. They're over there. Sorry, this gesticulation is super silly. I look like I'm trying to. I look like I'm a cat being petted on the belly. Don Jose's is locally owned. Pardon me. There's also Always Yours Bakery is locally owned. Vitality Bowls is locally owned. It's a chain, but it's a local franchisee. I'm just going around the village in my mind. The Nail Place is locally owned. iSushi is locally owned. Dana's Florist is locally owned. Ray Talbot is locally owned. Eden Bicycles is locally owned, of course. Aroma is locally owned. Gosh, we're so fortunate to have so many locally owned places. And yes, Maggie says Aroma is locally owned, independent. Guys, shop local. I do it every week when I get the gift cards and gift certificates for the Midway giveaway. It's something that brings me pleasure to support my neighbors in my community. iSushi, yes, Maggie, I mentioned that. Yoga Inspired Life. I don't know where they're located in the village, but if they're locally opened, I'm going to give them a thumbs up, big time. Guys, wait. Let me cross off the last thing of the list, which was number 7. That was Lucille's story. So as proof positive, we have expired tonight's list. On the back, it says Thursday at 7. This is for Don, because I know he loves when I do that. It just brings back old memories of David Letterman. He used to do that, and he would throw the pencil at the camera. So anyways, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. We will see you Saturday night at 7. Oh, there you go. Barry says Yoga Inspired Life next to Chabot Theater. If I was going, maybe part of that 4-hour show would be to give a shout out to every business in Castro Valley, particularly the independently owned ones. Guys, yes, our moderator just said that is the show. We're at 1 hour and 13 minutes. It's been a pleasure for me. Thank you guys for being awesome, for your support. As always, when the going gets weird, the weird turn pro. Stay safe, everyone.